up, guys, and welcome to my vlog.
Welcome to my vlog. Welcome to my vlog. Welcome to my vlog. It's PJ's vlog. Yeah.
So today is the 4th of July, which means it is the United States Day of Independence, or Independence Day. You know what I mean? So yes, happy 4th of July to the American viewers out there. So that means that today I'm also off of work. So I'm gonna record a vlog. Like I said, I want to record a video about just going over my first week at my new job. And yeah, so I guess I just want to talk about that today. So here we go. Yeah, so I am a developer apprentice for a software consulting agency in Baltimore. It is different than a developer internship. Well, at least supposed to be. When I explain to people, I even call it an internship sometimes. But basically, there's 3 of us, including myself, who are apprentices, and we are really integrated into the team, the developer team there. We're not just like doing our own little internship project for the summer or whatever. And also at the end of the program, we are hopefully going to be, like, the goal is for us to be offered full-time positions there, assuming everything goes well and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's a little bit about that. So now let's talk about what I actually do, what I've actually done in the first week, and a couple days of being there. So I'm working with a developer there who's been there for, I don't know how long he's been there, like maybe a little bit over a year. And we are working on a pretty large scale Ruby on Rails application. And basically he's mentoring me and just teaching me basically how to be a better developer, like good coding practice and stuff like that. He's also teaching me how to actually work on the project we're working on together. So I do a lot of Rails stuff. It's a pretty large scale Rails application, much bigger than anything I've ever worked on, for Rails at least. It did help that my previous job that I was at, the project and the product I was working on at the previous company, it was also a very large scale application. So the scale of the project I'm working on is not so overwhelming because of what I've already seen for just a little bit of time. So it really helps. But anyway, so what I've done so far is I've actually taken one of the controllers in the project and have refactored it and kind of split it up into 2 different controllers to improve like long-term maintainability and just like being able to fix it easier and kind of keep things more organized and more like separate responsibilities and stuff like that. And also hopefully it'll be easier to like add stuff down the road too. So that's what I've been working on, and so that was good. That was good practice for me. That was a good way for me to kind of get a little bit more, like, kind of refresh myself on Rails stuff. I haven't made any Rails things in a long time. Not a long time, but like 3 months or so, which is relative to me, that's a pretty long time since I've only been like coding really for like 9 months or so. Yeah, so that's been that, and then I learned how to use GitHub and Git like more than just like by myself. So like in the boot camps that I've done, or the boot camp project portfolios that I've worked on, I have repos and I use Git for like version control and stuff like that. But it's always only been myself working on it, so I didn't have to worry about like merging stuff like that. And I had this bad practice. I developed this bad practice of like just working in the master branch. So I would just push to the master branch all the time, and then the repo would just be set and like lined up and everything. But now I have to work in a separate branch, production branch or whatever, and then I have to push that up to the repo, and then I have to submit a pull request so that it can be merged into the master branch. And that was all new to me. I actually started working on the controller stuff, like modifying that controller I mentioned, in the master branch in my local environment or whatever. And when it came time to push all those changes up, I had to do like a git stash and kind of learn how to do that, where it like takes all your changes, moves it to like a separate holding bin, so that your branch, which was the master branch, kind of gets reverted back to unmodified, so that way I could like cleanly pull down the master branch changes that I needed to, because there was updates as well, and then change to another branch, the production branch that I needed to make, and then kind of reapply all the changes that I had just done for the controller into that new branch, the proper branch I should be working on. So that was interesting. That was definitely a learning curve. And I mean, version control isn't rocket science, Git isn't rocket science, but at the same time, it is like a lot of stuff to learn, and it seems to be kind of finicky from my experience, just because I'm kind of naive with it. Anyway, that's that. After I finished that up, I started working on making feature tests for the project I'm working on using Capybara, or Capybara, I don't know. It's an animal. But yeah, so feature tests are very different than unit tests. Basically, they're kind of like, what I'm doing is like, it's emulating a user actually using the website, and it's like automating a user's inputs. So it's like, you can log in, click on this button, then select this thing from the drop down, and then update the page, and then see if the page updates correctly, and this kind of stuff. So that's what Capybara helps me do. And we're trying to automate this process to help kind of test this certain feature that I'm looking into right now. So that's been a learning curve too. It's pretty, I don't know. It's very different than unit testing, which I'm a little bit more familiar with, but in general, I don't know a lot of, I don't have a lot of experience writing my own tests, but I also really wanted that experience. And I'm happy that I'm being pushed and guided to do that so quickly. Other than the project-specific stuff, I guess the general day-to-day things, we have daily stand-ups in the company every day at 10 o'clock. We all get to, like, our entire company, which is like only 12 of us or so right now, maybe a little bit more. We kind of just like stand in a little circle, and we just go over what we did the day before, and maybe what we're going to be doing on that day as well. And sometimes talk about our weekend. If you know, on Mondays we talk about our weekend, how it went, stuff like that. So that's been good. It's also been really nice that there's 3 apprentices, not just myself, so I don't feel the pressure as much to like sound super smart or like super productive in my stand-up like talk or whatever. Like, I don't feel like I have to use fluffy words and stuff like that, and just like I don't have to pad what I'm working on, which is nice. And I think also like they really set the expectations of, you know, what they expect from us as apprentices, so we don't feel that pressure on our shoulders to like, I don't know, sound fluffy. So that's the daily internal stand-ups, and then we have a lot of like weekly stand-ups with clients as well. So I've been in the stand-ups for the project I'm working on. We I guess they're called catch-ups or whatever, but we just have like a video conference with our clients just to give them a little update about what we're working on, what we've done so far, maybe some feedback on the changes we just pushed up, and also like what other features they're looking for. So it's just like a good way to really quickly just like get on the same page together with a client, and just like make sure we're all moving together in the same direction that we want to. So that's been fun. That's not super unfamiliar for me, because that's a lot of what I did in my previous job, of just like updating my cross-functional production team about like all the changes I'm making, what they need me to make, stuff like that. So it's just like the same exact experience almost, just over the computer. Oh, speaking of over the computer, on every Friday we get to work from home. So I got to work remotely this past Friday, and actually we're going to be working remotely this Friday as well, but also this Thursday, tomorrow, because it's the day after 4th of July. So it's been nice to see how it is to work remotely on this kind of team. See that it is really not that difficult to do, and yeah, it's been cool, I guess. Like, I'm still productive at home. I think it really helped for me that I'm very used to working here and focusing here, because I did work here like every day at my house during my boot camp, my online boot camp. So it seems very familiar to me, and I'm able to focus here, and I have these habits already built up. So I don't know, it's an easy transition for me. I guess it's just working with my coworkers now. And what really helps is we all use Slack. So we have this really good like online communication habits and stuff like that. We just a really open flow of communication on Slack. If you need something from somebody, you just Slack them, They answer really quickly. Same thing, like you're kind of expected to also answer pretty quickly if somebody asks you something. So that's been cool. At the same time, we use Slack in the office too. So sometimes it's kind of weird, like when somebody slacks me and they're literally like 10 feet away from me, or like this other, I sit in like this little face to face. My desk is facing this other person's desk. Our monitors are kind of blocking our faces, but she slacks me a lot. She's like the office manager. So she helped me get a lot of stuff set up my first week. So she would ask me things like, I don't know, do you need a mouse or something like that? And it's funny because we're like slacking each other, but we're literally 2 to 3 feet away from each other. So it's kind of weird, but I don't know. It is what it is. I got over it really quick, but it was a little adjustment for me. Overall, it's been a really great experience so far. The company culture is great. Our developer manager as well as the company president has taken a lot of time and effort to sit down with the 3 apprentices and just make sure our expectations are being met and just get feedback from us of like how the program's going so far, what we want to see more of, like how we can improve it. Also just like make sure our expectations are lining up with their plans in general, stuff like that. So it's been really nice to feel like, we are valued and like our opinions do matter, and also like our skills and our development is valued a little bit, and like we can contribute to the projects that we're working on a little bit. But at the same time, they're really investing in us, which is awesome. So that's been really nice. Also more with the company culture. I don't know if it's just been like the first week or whatever, but we have been eating lunch a lot together. Not just like the company lunch that we have where the company pays for it, but like we'll all go to like a local restaurant. Like there's a Qdoba right downstairs from us. So we'll get Qdoba there and we'll pay for it ourselves, and we'll go upstairs and eat it in our little conference room and just hang out for like 30 minutes or so, which has been cool. I don't know how often that happens, but so far it's been like almost every day. At the same time, I have been ordering out way too much. I need to start bringing food. It's getting expensive, and I'm making Apprentice money. It's just not a lot. Oh, I guess just to wrap this up, I want to talk about my hopes for the rest of the apprenticeship. So, the president and the developer manager, they asked us like what we kind of hope for the rest of the apprenticeship, and they mentioned like we will be jumping around on other projects, which is awesome. Like I'm really excited for that. That's kind of one of my hopes, I guess, is like I am going to be able to jump around, use other technologies. I really want to work with Elixir. I want to learn React Native. I don't know React Native. I know React, and I think it's pretty much very similar, they say. So I'm excited to hopefully look into that soon. But Elixir is like a totally new beast to me. Functional programming in general is pretty foreign to me, and I'm excited about it though. So those are my hopes. I'll give an update on those after like a month or so, see how those are going. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying your 4th of July if you're celebrating it. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!